So, hello and welcome everyone to the third episode of the second series of videos where I now document my journey of porting my very first 8-bit retro game from the Sinclair ZX81 over to the Commodore VIC-20. So as you can see, I have the splash screen up together with sound. That were my first approaches to convert sound. And I also have the entire intro or exposition up with largely unchanged. So you can see here the dialogue, which is incidentally a fair bit faster appearing from my word wrap routine compared to the Sinclair Basic version. So kudos to whoever implemented Commodore Basic. I actually feel it's a bit of inside the sort of uncanny valley of speed. So I feel a bit rushed that stuff appears faster than I can read it. So either everything should appear at once or at a bit more leisurely speeds, as in the ZX81, which I've found much easier to follow. So I might add actually some slight delay in here. Otherwise, you see the colors appearing. So every person now gets their own color. And this follows the Star Trek convention. So white is the main character, purple, which is not the Star Trek convention, but that's then the one adjustment I'm going to make. So that's for the first officer. But otherwise, blue is science. Inverted blue like this would be the computer. Yellow is the helmsperson. Red will be the engineer, light blue or cyan, the doctor, and then I have green, which I'll also still be using for the Orions. And I think that's it. And otherwise, the basic functions that you can see here, so the dialogues, the choices, all implemented. Some eagle-eyed among you might have spotted some minor changes in the dialogues, which I had to implement due to the differing line width. So I had to, for instance, for the choice, go from Gamma Hydra to Beta Hydra to lose one character without losing anything. And here you see the ship that I showed in the previous video that I drew in the screen editor. And there, again, the keys made it much easier to enter that I knew what to type, shift plus which key, plus these sort of Commodore keys that I had to improvise. And you also see the NCC number has now just 3 digits. That's a function of having much less columns available, but I need or want the NCC number in there because there, a spoiler alert, for the final screen, there will be 2 ships on the same screen. So then I want to show the 2 NCC numbers to highlight that there are 2 different ships. Also see the alert is now red, and I haven't yet implemented the annoying red alert klaxon. I will do so, but at the moment I'm more on a roll, so I don't want to spend some time getting into the finer points of sound engineering on the VIC-20. So the 4 notes for the opening fanfare, that was easy, but now how to get to an actual ongoing sound effect that doesn't take too much time in the background for the display. So otherwise, you see the menu down there. Also had to, I think, make a few turns shorter, and I think we can turn off the alarm now. That's one of the very few things that already works in the menu. So stand down, red alert. This is one minor change also from the ZX81 version, which I hope I can afford. So I can also switch the alarm back on if I wanted to with the same function. So leave it out for now. Otherwise, the only other thing working is the non-functional menu items due to the engines being down. So I can't set a course and I can't in the helm commands engage warp drive because the engines are down. So that's the sort of dummy menus, and otherwise, yeah, the entire engine is implemented because the intro uses basically all the functionalities that I need. And the one big change compared to the ZX81 version is that the dialogue lines are now not part of the code anymore, but rather they're all in the data section at the end, which looks like this. So for each line of code, it knows whether there should be something happening before the line is displayed or after the line is displayed. So that's these 4 values, and then each dialog line knows its color. So that's always the first character and then the text. And there is then one routine that reads these three data items. If there is code to be executed, then I have an on list for these numbers. So on 4, they would then know to which line to jump, and then I can execute story logic there, which was previously integrated into the code. And if there are 2 of these numbers active, then this is a choice. This is then also automated. So like this. And then the first jump target is then the code to be executed for the first choice, and the second for the second choice. Oh, and I'm running out of stuff here. I have to check what that is. I think I've never run the main screen for this long duration. So yeah, good thing that I did this video, because normally we wouldn't keep this on that long. So that's, I think, with this data thing, the only thing that's really new, where I now really have to think for the next steps, implementing the main story branch and then the other story branch, what to put into data statements, because these are, of course, linear. I can't jump back to them. So probably just have to skip stuff for the different parts of the branches. So that'll be a bit finicky, I think, to implement. Or if I keep some of the off branches in the main code and only use the data for the main branch towards the main success, or maybe just for the main success and the main game over. I don't know. So that's something that's still left to figure out. Otherwise, yeah, this went really reasonably smooth when there is code that mostly works, and just the tweaks to make it work with the different rows and columns, and the other quirks and features of Commodore BASIC compared to Sinclair ZX81 BASIC. Um, so that's the first step. And now for the sort of meat to the story, that you can actually advance it and either succeed or fail. And that'll be the subject for the next video. So again, hope this was interesting, and thank you for watching.